Okay, so we'll start with the class. I hope all are here for Azure BA data factory, right? That is your data factory. Anyone here for MSBA or Power BA? Anyone here who are looking for Power BA or MSBA? This is completely for data factory course. If anyone interested Power BI or MSBA, that also we do in our institute. Okay, so you can ask for that link. We have separate demos for that, and I am here for only for data factory, that is the Azure services. Okay, I hope everyone here for data factory, no one here for Power BI or MSBA, right?
Hello, sir. Actually, I am looking for a complete Azure data engineering course, like Synapse Analytics,
Correct.
Databricks, Data Factory.
Completely. In Azure BI, you'll get complete Azure data engineer. That is what I mentioned here, Azure data engineer. Not only the data factory, complete all the services will get inside a Azure data engineer. So data factory is a key role of our course. Okay, this is our key role of our course because we're focusing on data factory ETL tool. All right.
Okay. Okay.
So we're more focusing on here as a data factory. Yes, definitely we're going to cover as a complete Azure data engineer. Azure data engineer, where we're going to have different lot of services like a Databricks, data Synapse, data Lake, data Azure SQL. Many things will be covered in this one. All right. So I hope no one here for Power BI or MSBA. All are for Azure BA and data factory. If anyone is there, please let me know before session start. Okay. All right. So guys, whoever joined just now, please share your details in the chat box so that I can forward you. I can have one-to-one call with you. If you have any questions, any doubt, you can discuss with me. Okay. Please share your details in the chat box. All right. So before going to this session today, I'll just take you some basic things. I know there are many services that we are going to cover in Azure. Before that, let's basic things we need to understand first before going to this BA process. So anyone know what is the BA? As you know, there are a lot of tools in the market. One of the tool called Microsoft BA, Power BI. We are saying as a cloud Azure BA. There is a Tableau BA. There is a Cognos BA. There is a Informatica BA. There is a ClickView we have. What is it? ClickView we have. There is a SAP tools we have. What is a BA actually? Anyone? What is BA? What we do BA? What actually BA do? And what is the BA process? What is the BA process? Anyone know what is BA at least? As we know this many tools. Under again this tool we have SSIS model, SSRS model, CES model, Power BI, again it is a reporting tool. Again we have a many services like your data lake, your data factory, your data bricks, your Azure SQL, your data warehouse Synapse, many things. Tableau as reporting, Cognos as reporting, and data warehousing. Informatica is ETL, ClickView is reporting. So what is the use of this? What is the use of this BA first of all? What is the use of BA? Why we are looking for a BA? Why there are a lot of opportunity on BA? So if you see any companies required BA developer, any companies required data analyst, any companies required data analysis team. But what we do in BA actually? What is the help of BA? Why companies are paying lakhs of salaries? 4 years, 5 years of experience, they are paying almost 12 lakhs, 13 lakhs, 15 lakhs. But what is BA? First, if you don't understand BA, there is no use of going any tool. If you know the BA process, you can jump any tool in your further future, anywhere. If you know the purpose of BA, how this BA will help to the market, how this BA help to the company level. If you understand this, the BA process, if you understand how the BA process works, how BA process will help to the business, then you can jump any of this tool. So first, going to these tools, you need to understand what is BA and what is the BA process. If you understand BA and the process, then in future, whatever new tools comes, you can easily jump because you know the process. So BI, we just say as it is a business intelligence. What we do, business intelligence. Full form we don't want. What actually BI is. Then we understand what is the cloud, what is this, all those things. So two things very important in any tool. If you go, not only this data factory, not only our Azure BI, not only the data engineer. First, as you need to understand the process of BI. Then go with your whatever the course is there. What is the on-premises? Okay, what is the cloud? Then go, what are the different cloud providers? Okay, what are the different types of deployments? Then go with the other questions. First, understand the BA process. I'll tell you the process first. If you understand, then jump whatever the tool you like. Okay, and among this tool, we are currently working on this Azure BI. Okay, we are currently working on this tool, which having a lot of services, a lot of tools. If you perfect in any of this tool, you'll have a job. So any of this tool, any of the service, you have to be perfect. Okay. All right. See here. So before going to BI process, I'll just give you one example. I'll not go much technical today. We'll just discuss about the process. Then I'll show you the practical. Definitely, I'll give you a practical session also. Let's understand the process first. Then if you understand the same approach for all the companies, no change in approach, then I'll show you the explanation about this diagram. Okay. So let's understand the process first. Let's understand the process first. So what is the BA process? Let's understand now. So anyone heard, let's see if you heard, or let's understand a basic example. Take a supermarket. Supermarket. What we do in supermarket? Definitely we purchase some products. That what kind of product it is? It may be anything. It may be groceries, it may be your clothing, it may be anything. Customer will come. Okay, it purchase the products. Okay. Guys, whoever joined just now, please share your details in the chat box. Okay. Please provide your contact number and your email address in the chat box. Okay. All right. So what we'll do, we'll understand the BA process. So if you take as an example as a supermarket, maybe anything. It may be anything. It may be your DMart, it may be your Walmart, it may be any other supermarket. What we do, customer will come and they purchase the product. So that if you observe, there will be having a billing application. The billing application which is developed in Java, .NET, whatever it may be, we don't care. Okay, .NET or C#, whatever they use. This is not our headache. Let them develop this application. So whatever you do a purchase, then billing application will capture all this information, the quantity, the price, the amount, okay, the other stuff, other details about the product, many things. Okay. So what actually we want to do here is that information, whoever is started a business, they want to know how much we are generating the revenue. So I spent a lot of amount on the business as a user, as a owner. I spent a lot of amount. I'm a business background. I started the market and I want to know whether my whatever I spent, that is the whether it is working as a revenue is giving a revenue or not. So these people will understand only the reports. These people will understand only reports. Based on the report, they will be taking a business decisions. Okay. So how they are taking a business decision? So business decisions based on the report. Who will provide this report? Who will generate the reports and how this report will be generated? Okay. We'll be generating the report. After generating the report, if you observe here, if you observe this data, the report is required the data. Okay. The data, how it comes, the data may be in different formats. It may be a structured format, it may be a semi-structured format, it may be unstructured format. So who will provide this? Who will convert this into proper data? Now I'll show you the process. See here. Okay. So who will generate the data? Now let's see the process. So we know there is a customers coming on the supermarket. They are purchasing a products. That information we are capturing in one system. So what a kind of system? It may be any kind of storage account. The data, whatever you are entering here, the data you are inserting, data you are updating, data you are returning the product, all this information will store in a storage account. Okay, that storage account we are calling as live current. Because every time the data will write here. It may be a files, maybe a CSV, it may be TXT, it may be JSON, it may be anything. Or it may be if company knows our databases, they'll use a SQL server, they'll use a MySQL, they'll use MS SQL, they'll use Oracle server, or any other. No, the people are good at cloud. They use as a data lake, they use as a Azure SQL, they use as a other storages, blob storages, or other storages. So this is completely depend on the company budget. So where we come, where is our role will start? Where is our BI process will start? See, end of the day, I can hire the SQL developer, SQL Server developer. He good at writing some query, SQL query. He will just write me the query, some product table, and he will get the information, and he will fire the data from this databases, and he will give me the result. He will put in Excel and he will design and he will give you. This is manual work. And also, when you are extracting the data, when your store is morning 8 a.m. it is closed, 8 a.m. it start, then till 10 p.m. you cannot do any query on this live server. This is we call as OLTP service, online transactions processing. When you are going, when you are performing some insert operation, somebody's purchased a product, somebody's returning the product, somebody's completely delete that product. So this information, these operations are performing on this storages. When you are doing this kind of operations, you cannot query because there may be a chance of performance lagging, or there may be chance of this application will lag, or it has to wait until this process is complete. So this person is asking me, I want to generate the report. I want to see the revenue, how it is working for last 1 year or for last 2 years. And these people will never ask you customer wise data. They always look for the high level of reporting. High level of reporting. High level means they'll see year wise sales, monthly sales, weekly sales, or product wise sales. Okay, they never see which customer purchased what product and how much revenue is generated. That is the later part. So this is we call high level of reporting. And when they require 2 years of data, I cannot store 2 years of data in this live server. 2 years of data I cannot store. Cannot store. Why? Because there may be again, if you have millions of transactions, huge volume of data, we cannot extract or we cannot perform these operations. It takes a lot of time. So that is what we will be coming into the picture. So the PA process will come into the picture. So we will be working for their easy method, automation method. So what we do as a ETL developer, as a data factory developer, we extract this data. We extract this data, whatever the storage it may be. It may be a structured data. It may be a semi-structured data. It may be unstructured data. Whatever the format it may be, we're going to extract it. We're going to extract those data by using a tool called Azure Data Factory, ETL. Or if you talk about on-premises, there is a beautiful tool called SSIS, which is completely running right away in the market. Even though Data Factory is into the picture, their parent tool is SSIS. The parent tool of Data Factory is SSIS. So with this tool, we extract, we clean the data, we call as transformations. Then whatever the data is required, we're going to load this data wherever you want. It may be depend upon what you want. This is OLAP system. We call as data warehouse. Some companies, they use the same SQL Server. Now, when we talk about cloud, they are using data warehouse Synapse. Okay, they are using Synapse. So on daily basis, this is once the 10 p.m. is your store is closed, there is no transactions will be happening. No operations going perform inside after delete. It is a idle system. Then extract the data from here, load the data on daily basis. And here we are maintaining only historical data. Historical data, readable data, analysis data. We don't perform any write operation here. We only do read operations. And this is you can store your based on the service level agreement. You want client is want 5 years of data, we maintain it. Then instead of your developer, ask them to query from here and get the data and share it. And this is again the manual work. If you ask morning 5 o'clock, you have to write a query, you have to get the response. So that is what we will, again, the separate team will come into the picture. This is separate team who will only dedicatedly for reporting. There may be a ETL report developer. It may be a Power BI developer. It may be SSRS developer. Anything, the reporting side. They may use Power BI company. They may use SSRS. They may use Tableau, or it may be or other tool. Tableau or other reporting tool, whatever it they want to use. What they do, instead of writing this query, the same query they'll place in the reporting. That is, what is report means? Report means nothing but a select query. Report is nothing but a select query. What will happen whenever this report will share to this user? The user will what will do? It will come to the report. He will open this report. This report having visualizations. That visualization contain query. That query will fire on the database level. And in response, they'll get a visualization that will be shown to the user. Every time you are firing, whenever he opens the report, he will fire the data. He will query on the database. And what will happen when you use the complex queries, it takes a lot of time. The user doesn't have that much of time to wait that query to execute. They want quick reporting that doesn't have that much of time to wait for 15, 20, 30 minutes to execute the query. So that is what we have one more approach. Again, ETL developer is required. What data factory people will do, they will design the data marts. They will design the data mart, chunks of databases, dedicatedly databases, the revenue databases. So again, here we require data factory developers, ETL developers. ETL means data factory developers. This is our data marts. What is the use of data marts? If you are maintaining country-wise data in this data warehouse, India, US, UK, or some Canada. So what we do, these people is hired dedicatedly working on specific location. So instead of filtering, instead of querying from your main data warehouse, the data will be moving over here. USA data, India region data. So they only require to work on the specific database. No need to filter all the region. Still, in case they are having the issues, then what we can do, we can go with the other databases like a cube databases, which give you aggregate data, which give you calculations data. You don't need to calculations also. You don't need to summarize data. You don't need to write aggregation functions. Everything will be calculated here. And then from here, that is a calculated, you can directly access in a fraction of a second. Again, ETL developer is required. ETL developer is required. Some people like JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Henkel, those business companies will use the cubes to analyze multidimensionals. So here we have summarized data. Here you have aggregated data. You have aggregated data. Here you have a calculations data. Now, if we are not having that much of budget, then we go with a separate database, one more database. What database? We only store at the same time. One data will move to the data warehouse, other data will move to the summarized tables, aggregated data. If the data is moving on daily basis, millions of data, but here we'll go just in thousands. That is a summarized database for reporting use, quick reporting use. Okay, our company we maintain summarized data. Our company will maintain the data maps. I'll show you that. I'm working for some of the company where we are maintaining the summarized data. When we are working for, I was working for IBM, they are using the cubes. When I'm working for Wipro, they are using the data maps. Depend upon the company, architecture and their budget. Okay, so once you have a data, whatever the format comes, the data you are sharing to the end user by having this complete end-to-end BA process. This is a BA process. This business user owner, they don't know how these technical things are going on. They only know they want a report. Based on that report, they will analyze the data. But what is going on background, they don't know. So that is what we require. ETL developer, we require reporting developer, we require database knowledge person. Earlier, if you see, there is a MSBI is a tool. Right now also there is a booming this tool where we have three modules: SSRS, SSAS, and SSRIRS. Okay. So these three tools, if you know the MSBI, mostly you'll have MSBI developer opportunities where you can work here as SSIS, where you work as SSRS, where you can work here as a SSAS. So that person know any of this tool, even the project is not there for SSIAS, they can work in SSIS. The project is not there for SSIS, he can work on the reporting. So the same approach, Microsoft come across with a concept called to cloud. The same approach, Microsoft come across with a cloud. The same end-to-end business solution, whatever you're doing in on-premises, the same they come across with a concept called cloud. So to start the BI, to start the business, this is a process. To share the report, we cannot directly share it. We have to clean them. You have to make a understanding data because there are different formats data. If I give you JSON file, you cannot understand the data. If I give you Parquet file, you will not understand the data. If I give you MySQL, you will not understand. So we are converting them into meaningful information. And finally, we are loading the structured data, table format data. So let's suppose I am starting this business, BI process business. Then I require systems. I have to purchase the system. And purchasing also, it is not a free of cost. You require operating system. You require full of license, and license very costly. And separately, dedicatedly team is required for storage account. Who can maintain the databases? Who can maintain the storage account? If something happen, like suppose today you have given 250 GB and your transactions suddenly got increased, more 500 GB you want to add. You cannot easily add it in the on-premises. Can we do? Yeah, definitely I can add, but it is required many approval. After giving approval also, that system will support that 500 GB configurations or not. If it is not supporting, your complete system will lag. So each and everything we have to take care. Something, if you increase and suddenly the architecture is not working, then there's a many loss. So this many things we have separate team, separate license. If you go SQL Server, no, I'm a good at SQL Server. If you go SQL Server also, you require a license. And license is very costly. Keys wise, you have a license. If you purchase for a 30 days project or 2 months project, 3 months projects, after that, where you're going to sell that key after your project complete? Until unless you get a new project, you need to have with you, or you cannot sell that license in OLX. So this kind of small projects, this kind of maintenance infrastructure, completely removing from on premises. That is what all the company nowadays they are moving towards the clouds. That is what clouds developer having more demand. So still all the companies not adopted. Before that, we have to be prepared everything. If you don't go with the market, you cannot get the job. So how the market is going out, we have to adapt that situation. So that is what Microsoft, they come across the same kind of cloud. Okay, they are giving you for rental purpose. You no need to purchase the system. You no need to purchase the operating system. You no need to purchase the license of SQL Server. Whatever the version you want, whatever the version of you want of SQL Server, whether it is a 2012 to 22, or it is enterprise, it is a standard, it is a editions, any kind of editions, we going to give you as rental purpose. You want ETL tool, we'll give you ETL tool. You want data warehouse, we'll give you a better, good way, developed different way with the different algorithms in data warehouse Synapse. Generally in on-premise, what we do, whatever the SQL Server is there, here only we are using same SQL Server. Just naming we are giving like a master table as dimension tables, a transaction table as fact tables. But in on-premise, in this is in a cloud, they have given Synapse with a different algorithms, round robin, replication, hash. It is built in a such a way, it is more faster when you go and query something from the data warehouse. And this is something called, you don't need to pay any amount for purchasing any kind of service. You just need to pay how much you're using. If you're not using the system in the night times, no need to pay. Whenever it's running, you have to pay it. Whenever you're using it, you have to pay it. So all these tools they are given, they are just asking you to come to their store. The store name they have given as Azure. Just they are asking you, please come to our store. It is portal.azure.com and purchase any kind of license. Anyone, this is a public cloud. No restriction. This is a public cloud. Anyone can come, anyone can purchase, anyone can start their business, anyone start their project. This is a public cloud. Private cloud, when we say private cloud, when I'm working for IBM or you're working for some X company, okay, in the company there is a servers, in the databases or any kind of databases or any kind of storages, any kind of softwares. So within this company, they will set up one VPN. There is a set up one private cloud. Okay, you cannot directly access this cloud. When I'm associated with the red IBM domain, then that person who is having with his domain, he can only access by connecting in their side also VPN. He will be having a VPN, virtual private network. So this virtual private network host will be connecting to the VPN. With the help of this network, you will be connecting with the different accounts, different services, different databases. This is called private cloud. Only company members have access. When we talk about cloud, this is our cloud, like different cloud providers we have. So Azure is one of the cloud provider which is given from Microsoft company. So there are three important cloud providers in the currently in the market which is booming after Microsoft. There is a Amazon is we call as AWS. There is another company called Google, we call GCP, Google Cloud Provider. But how much flexible, how much pricing, how much more services that we have, we cannot have those things over here. Okay, so this is we call as public cloud. Anyone can go, anyone can purchase this one. Yes, definitely here also there is a security. That doesn't mean you don't have VPN and all. What is the security? What is the firewall? All this we are going to discuss in our regular class. And what is the hybrid cloud? I heard hybrid cloud. What we do hybrid cloud? Hybrid cloud is nothing but let's suppose our DRDO data. Our defense data is very important for us. India kind of data. It's related to India related defense data. So end of the day, if I store my data in the data, if I take a data lake, yes, definitely it is a easy service. It is a free service. It is a storage service. How much you store, you have to pay. But end of the day, this Azure also from the US company. Microsoft is from US company. So I don't want to store my any kind of privacy data in the cloud. Yes, definitely it will be security, but still some company what they do, they want to store their data in on-premises only. Whatever the data is there, they want to maintain in on-premises only. And some of services like beautiful tools like a data factory or the Azure SQL, those data they will take from cloud and the data factory, whatever data you want to process, you want to load. And that loading process we do in on-premises. Extracting from here, loading the data in the on-premises. That is a combination of private and public we call as hybrid cloud. Okay. So these are the different cloud providers. These are the different process. So same setup we have to move in the cloud. Same setup we have to move in the cloud. All right. So you understand the BI. BI is nothing but the process you understand about the BI process. Okay. I hope you understand the BI process. BI is nothing but whatever the information is coming from source. It may be any format of data. Any format of data. It may be structured format, semi-structured format, unstructured format. The data you are converting into meaningful information. And that information helps business owner or user to take business decisions. So whatever the information you are taking, whatever the data you are taking, it may be JSON data, it may be a database data, it may be a cloud data, that all data you are converting into a meaningful information. That meaningful information, by seeing the report, business owners will take the decisions. It's all about taking a decisions on a business. So if you don't give a proper data, there may be having issues. So to take a business decisions, they require a proper report. So when you don't have the data, how these people will do? That is what nowadays Power BI or any reporting tool, if you don't know ETL tool, there is no job opportunity. Even if you go for reporting like Power BI, Cognos, Tableau, these are the reporting tools, SSRS. If you don't know how the data is processing, from where it is taking, what is the ETL method, how they are taking it, if you don't know backend process, there is no job opportunity on this reporting level. What these people will do? These people will only design the analysis part, that is visualizations part. Nowadays, all the companies are asking the combination of, if you are going for Power BI or any other reporting tool, they require minimum knowledge on ETL. It may be SSIS, it may be a data factory. This is, I am not going to tell, You put the resume and then you will get to know. This is the combination they are requesting for now. Earlier it was not like there's a dedicated team here. There's a dedicated team separate. Now, because of the workload is not there, they have to work on this support for projects. That is what they are asking you to have a knowledge on. In case if this is completely every day, you cannot design the report. One time you report develop is khatam, then next time it will be automated. Every time what you do then, lakhs of salary they are paying it. So that is what you have to enroll in other activities also. If you don't do in other activities, you may be in risk your job. So that is what, instead of that, they are simply asking the combination with these tools. Or if you're going for specifically tools not required for reporting, they know easily this person can easily handle. Okay, understand the BI process, understand the cloud, understand the private, public, hybrid cloud providers. So now, so to start with this course, what we require, you don't require any software. First of all, no software is required. Okay, no software is required. You just require one internet, one login. That is one Gmail account. What is that? One Gmail account you require. Gmail login. And one system is required to start with this course. And for prerequisite for this course is no specific prerequisite, but basic SQL knowledge is required. So any tool, if you go, not only our tool, any tool you take, there is a mandatory SQL is required. But our course, basic SQL is required. Basic SQL. What is basic SQL means? How to select the queries, how to create the tables, how to delete the data, drop, truncate, okay, insert, update. These basic things are required. I am going to explain you, don't worry. Wherever it required, I'm going to explain you. And the views, procedures, that I'll explain you. So that is not a complex one, it's a basic one. Okay, next. Who can go for this course? Any person who have a degree background can start with this course. They may be already working on BPO, they may be working on reporting, or they may be working on any ETL tool. It may be SSIS, Informatica, or any other ETL tool. Okay, or it may be a reporting tool who already working in some reporting tool in their organizations. Or it may be I'm a non-technical person can also start with this course. There is a non-technical person who are coming from MIS background, okay, who are coming from BPO background or any other background, they can start with this course. There's no restriction. At least you need to have a basic degree with you. Or you can take this as experience and you can go with that experience. Company will never see what sort of work you are doing. That is the privacy part. Okay, they never disclose our business. What you are working, you are there in the organizations or not. They'll verify. Okay, but go as a genuine. So any person can go with this course. There's no specific one. Even in my 8 to 9 a.m. batch, 9 to 10 a.m. batch, there are corporate students also working, or they are working on this data factory. So our main course is Azure BI, the completely Azure data engineer certification that we have. You can go and you can search in Google also. We'll have a certification with Azure data engineer 900 DP 203 something will be there. With this, you can go with the certification. And you have an associate. You don't want to go data engineer, you can go with associate. Okay, two things we have, Azure associate and Azure data engineer certifications. So that we are almost all topics we are covering for the certification. Yes, definitely we're focusing on data factory. Along with that, there are other services. Okay, Azure services. Azure service is nothing but the topics. We call your services, we call your other resources. There is nothing but your topic that your softwares, whatever you're working for this one. So that topics, the services I'm going to share you and I'm going to disclose in tomorrow's class. We'll see this practical session. Till now, we have discussed only theoretical part, and we just analyze what is the BA process. Tomorrow, we'll discuss how we are going to really work as a practical. Your set has a extraction transformation method, how really it works. This architecture will see as a practical. I have some PPTs and all. Before going to PPTs, everything, first you need to understand the BA process. When you understand BA process, you can go any kind of PPTs and other stuff. I'll more focus on practical rather than the definitions. Okay, so tomorrow I'll explain you this method. This diagram will see how the data we extract, how we load, and how we data will analyze in this reporting. This picture will do in the tomorrow's class. Okay, I'll hold for this one. I'll hold for these topics. I'll disclose in tomorrow's class. Any questions, any doubts so far here?